Congratulations, Alex. Talk us through that match.
Very difficult one. I think both sets were quite tight and each had a lot of crucial moments. With that being said, super happy with my performance today.
Okay, we'll start with English.
Well done. Obviously, tomorrow you'll get to face Coco, who I think was your doubles partner back in Rome. I don't think you faced each other in singles, but just talk about, getting to play her for a spot in the semifinals here in Dubai.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for me. Win or lose tomorrow, I think it's great for me to learn. Obviously, facing a player like Coco is, something people would kill to do, and in a quarterfinal here in Dubai as well. So I'm super excited for that. Yeah.
Congrats, Eala. The crowd was really noisy today. How do you feel that this crowd is making you win more and more?
That's a good question. Obviously their support means a lot to me, and have definitely motivated me in the tight moments, and sure make the emotions more intense, when I win. But I wouldn't attribute, all of it to them. I think I did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe they do the negative thing.
No, I don't think there's any no negativity from the crowd. I think that I take it all in with a spoonful of gratitude, like I always say. I would say, but what I was saying earlier is that I wouldn't attribute the winning side to them. I think whether they're there or not, I'm gonna fight till the end, and I'm gonna do what I can to win. I've not always been a competitor who's been put in night sessions and on center court every single time. I really started. I've been playing tennis for so many years and competing for so many years. So I'm also used to playing in front of no crowds. So although this is a learning experience, I'm still, I want to say, relatively in the earliest phases of my career. So I'm doing my best to enjoy, and I hope the feeling is reciprocated by the crowd, and it just creates an amazing atmosphere. Yeah.
Well, you spoke about also playing in front of no crowd, and we saw that in the Al Habtoor tennis, where your mother was there and hardly a few people in the stands, where you reached the semi-finals. Here in the quarterfinals now, what struck me is especially your last match as well, when you were in the tie break against a player like Paolini. I didn't feel like it was the crowd that was the difference. That was your mentality in that, for a youngster against such an experienced player. Can you tell us the secret to getting such kind of nerveless display in a tie break against such players?
Well, first of all, I appreciate those comments, very kind. I don't think there's any sort of secret. Everybody is nervous in tie breaks, and I think the difference is how people are able to manage it, and some tie breaks maybe are more difficult than others, depending on so many factors. No, but yeah, like I said, I'm only 20, but I've been competing and playing tennis for a long time. So you can imagine how many tie breaks I've played, and more so the veterans, how many tie breaks they've played. So I think that just creates great competition. Yeah.
Last question in English.
Alex, you said you obviously played in a lot of matches in your young career so far, but would you say a win against Coco tomorrow would probably be your biggest victory?
It would definitely be up there if it were to happen. Yeah, but like I said, win or lose, I think the match would be a great experience for me.
Okay, questions in national language.
Yes, hi Alex, nice to see you again, and congratulations on your win. In my 24 years as a journalist here in the UAE, I've never seen such crowd, you brought so much heart to the sport. I'm just wondering, if you, this is a theoretical question, if you look back, probably your 5-year-old self, looking at what you've accomplished here today, what do you think she would say to you? Not just about your success, but also about the challenges and the sacrifices that you've had to make to come up to where you are today.
Wow, I think that my 5-year-old self would be proud, to be sure. But I want to say not too surprised. I think, of course, at that age, your imagination can go wild. But as long as I can remember, this has been my dream, and I've really worked hard for this to happen and for myself to succeed here, and obviously the people around me. You can imagine a 5-year-old training in Manila, having her grandfather as a coach. At a very young age, I was training many hours compared to a lot of the other athletes surrounding me. So I would say I would go out on a limb to say that the sacrifice had already started back then. So I think she would be proud. Yeah.
Okay, last question.
Yeah, hi, I'm Monica from Golf Today. Oh, Alex, you come from a very prominent family in the Philippines, yeah? I know your uncle, Mr. Eala. I was growing up with his name out in the news already.
Sorry, which Mr. Eala?
Noli Eala.
Okay, Tito Noli, yes.
Your Tito Noli.
Yeah.
But you have that sense of humility and down-to-earthness despite your socioeconomic background, your achievements. So to where do you attribute this sense of humility, this sense of down-to-earthness? Because sometimes there have been people who are, when they're already up there, and when they come from that kind of socioeconomic class that they're up there, they're so haughty, and you seem so grounded. So to which and to where do you attribute these values?
I really appreciate those comments. Very kind of you. Of course, I would attribute that to mostly my family, my parents. They have instilled a very strong set of values in my brother and I. And of course, I would also attribute that to my experiences. I think it helps that I come from the Philippines. I think we have a big sense of community, and of course, how do I put this? Okay, sorry, give me time. So, I think another thing is that I always make it a point to be grateful. Coming from, where I come from, I've seen some serious poverty. I've seen serious struggle, and although I haven't lived through that struggle myself, I'm able to appreciate what I have, and everyone has struggles in life, no matter your, like you said, socioeconomic background or wherever you are in life or whatever your status is. Everyone has struggles, but I like to be thankful that, my family and my parents have sacrificed a lot to have a strong foundation for me and my brother. And of course, I've worked and sacrificed a lot to be where I am. So I'm thankful. I try to take everything, with gratitude and look at things from a positive outlook when I can. Yeah.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Okay, thank you.